So Emily, in a distance race, there's a point, especially when there's a race taking place, that you kind of break your opponent. And tonight it looked like somewhere around the 800 mark, you kind of broke Chloe in the race. Did you sense that as well?
I did. I know that she has a lot more speed than I do, and I knew that if I could go out close to her, I felt like I could hold on longer. And that's how I've been training. I've been training better than I ever have this year. I've been racing better than I ever have. So I knew that as long as I stayed within myself and within how I normally swim, I would have a good race.
So where did you need to make your move at?
I think I tried to make it around 1,000 when I had about 10 laps left or so. I knew that if I could just make a move here, I think I had it.
Is that something that you go into thinking about? Like okay, I need to make my move at 1,000, or do you kind of feel it out as the race progresses?
I definitely feel it out as the race progresses. I normally just sing to myself while I'm swimming. I don't really think about a whole lot.
Really?
Yeah.
In the race, you weren't noticing how close you were, so when you were at the 800 still right with Chloe, you weren't thinking, all right, this is my race at this point.
I mean, I notice it and I take advantage of it, but I normally try to keep my head pretty clear and just stay within myself. And yeah, I normally just sing whatever I was listening to on my iPod before I got up on the block.
You had a real solid 800 on night number 1 of this meet. You said that Chloe's got a little more speed than you. Is that something that comes towards the end of the season for you, or with a distance swimmer, or is that either there or not?
It's something I'm working on. It tends to come more when I'm rested, because we didn't rest or anything for this meet, and I'm swimming much better than I had anticipated. But it definitely comes at the end of the season for me. That easy speed is something that I have to work for, because it's not something that comes naturally to me.
Transitioning into the summer, is your focus more on pool or open water?
Open water right now. It's in 3 weeks, and we'll see how that goes, and then kind of dictate where my summer will go from there.
Talk about the differences between the pool races and the open water races. What do you enjoy about that open water?
I enjoy kind of how free you are. There aren't lane lines. It's so different. There's so much tactical information that has to go into it. Where people are, what people are doing. You fight with people. You have to sight. You have to feed. There's so much more that goes into it, and I think that's more exciting. It's a race where you can't just take off and expect to win. People are going to make moves, people are going to do different things, and you have to watch what everybody else is doing.
You say fight with people. Yeah. I mean, like physical, that's a big part of it?
Yes, in Rome last year, I remember I came out of the 5K with a black eye and a fat lip, and there are definitely some fighting. International's definitely worse than US, because people tend to bump into each other and move away, but I think that'll change with the intensity that open water is going to be getting in the US, which I'm excited about. I like competing against people who are the best. I like racing people who are the best, because that's going to make me better. And so,
does this race tonight change your excitement and motivation for the pool 1500 as well?
Yes, I wish it was an Olympic event, but I'm going to try to get a little bit more speed for the 800. I love the mile. That's one of my favorite events. It always has been. So until it becomes an Olympic event, I'll probably be focusing on open water.
Thanks. Great job this weekend, Emily. Best of luck this summer.
Thank you.